Talking with Mules head basketball coach Kim Anderson following 67-62 season opening win over Webster. Coach, just talk a little bit about the game. You know, the team fell behind early, but they battled back, had a big run to start the second half, which got the team back into the lead, and then they held off in the end and got the win.
Yeah, I think you got to give Webster credit. I think they came in here with a game plan to try to slow the game down, and I think we kind of fell into the trap. You know, early on we had a chance, I think, to widen the lead a little bit, and we didn't. And then we struggled offensively. We really didn't execute that bad offensively. We just didn't make shots. But I think our biggest glaring weakness in that first half was defensively. We were poor. We were awful defensively, and I thought, to our guys' credit, you know, at halftime we talked about it, what we need to do defensively, and I thought we did that, especially the first 8 or 10 minutes of the second half when the deficit went from -10 to +5 or whatever it was. So you know, there's a lot of things to work on out of this game. It was our first game, but I think we learned something as a group, what we need to do to be a good team.
4 of the 5 starters in the game finished in double figures, including Charles Hamrick, one of the newcomers. Talk a little bit about, I guess, the new players and how they kind of worked themselves in their first game.
Well, Charles has kind of elevated himself ahead of some of the other new guys, just because he's been the most productive, I think, and he is an experienced guy. You know, he was a dominant player a year ago in junior college, so you know, I think he brings some different things to the table. He kind of took the game over there early in the second half, but he can shoot, he can pass, he handles the ball pretty well. Like all of our guys, I think we've got to get better defensively. He's got to get better defensively, but I think that'll come. And you know, John Gillum, Ryan Magjosh, those two guys didn't get to play a lot, but I think both of them are going to be factors as the year goes on. And then I think ultimately Zach Bush will help us out. We held Zach out of the game for some reasons that he and I have talked about, and I think I would expect him to be ready to play this Saturday.
Speaking of this Saturday, we got Culver-Stockton coming in on Saturday. The Mules haven't played Culver-Stockton a lot, I think just once in history, but a familiar face on the bench for Culver-Stockton now. So what can we expect from the Wildcats on Saturday?
Well, you know, Jack Schrader was at Truman for years, and an excellent basketball coach, and a guy who has recruited very well. You know, his team a year ago, he went in and he inherited a bad team, and this year he's been able to get his own players in here. So I'll be very honest, I expect a very, very difficult game, especially gauged on the way we played last Saturday. I think we're going to have to step our game up and play better, and I think we will. But I think this will be a good test for us. You know, it's our last non-Division II game for a while as we get ready to head into Division II play a week later. So I think it'll be a good game. You know, Jack's a great coach, and I think we're going to have to be ready to play on Saturday afternoon.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.